young people, when they just start working in one organization, when they have a little bit tough boss or someone in the company just try to make fun of them, they just feel, oh, that's awful. I don't want to work in this company because they're not nice, they are not caring, and they are not helpful, they are not supportive. But trust me, for young generation, for young people, especially for the fresh, the more people working with you, they are tough to you, you will learn more. It's better for you to learn in the first 2-3 years, very tough, and you will have kind of a base, and then you can fly. But
Hello viewers, welcome back to Ask John Show live show. And today's episode, we're going to focus about how to build a career in a human resource management system, or even building a businesses, or become somebody who is a manager, director level, or even a managing director role too. So today in this show, we have somebody really special about this one. So our today's guest has an extensive amount of experience about on this field, about building businesses, how she's highly passionate about building a really small business in Vietnam and grow it on and bringing external business to Vietnam as well too. Just let's go a quick overview. She has almost 30 years of experience on this field as a human resource management and consulting on this one. So let's talk about what are the last 4 things she hasn't touched. So she has been head of learning and development for our FG executive search, and then she also was a group recruitment director for Win Groups, and then she was also director of head of executive search and as a TalentNet, and now currently she is managing director of AgriScott. So viewers, let me introduce you Miss Nga Vuong. Hello Nga, how are you doing today?
Hi everyone.
I'm very delighted to have you here today, and I'm sure that will be a really exciting things to learn from you, from many viewers, because the amount of experience and expertise you have, that will be really valuable for the viewers. So I just cannot stop myself starting asking the question. So the first question I want to ask with this one, yeah. So so you are really passionate about building a business, which is not in Vietnam. You bring any external brand, you bring it to Vietnam, and you really build this out. So what are the key things? How do you really do that? What are the key things you do it to build a business in Vietnam from the scratch like that?
Now I'm the person who really like challenge. Something easy, I would probably don't like to take it. I would like to do something new, and especially to bring the new brands from outside of Vietnam to Vietnam, and then grow the business from zero, and building your own team, and setting up the norm, having the cultures of the organizations, business and development. So that kind of thing, it takes you a very long journey, and also cost you a lot of energy. You also need to prepare a lot of knowledge, experience, and skills to be able to achieve the success. Yeah. So now I'm back in Vietnam in 2006, and I start my career in the headhunting business. Before, I know nothing about executive search. And in 2006, I started learning about executive search, and I spent every single money I've earned from my salary to do networking, because the core of this executive search business is actually for you to have a very large network. You know everyone in the market, you understand the market, you know all the industry, you know all the functions within an organization, and then you will be able to help the clients to recruit people for them. Yeah. So by learning, I start with Navigos, 2 years, and then after that I joined with Entrepreneurship, is a UK retainer search company, and then after that I got hunted. Headhunters also got hunted, yeah. And then I set up IGF Vietnam, and in 2012, that is my That is my first executive search firm that I set up in Vietnam. And RGF at that time, no one knows in the market because they are originally from Japan. And latterly, they become a global organization, number 4 in the world, just behind Article, Manpower, and Randstad. And we are number 4. It was. And then I was the first one who brings the RGF executive search brand into Vietnam market in 2012. It was an amazing journey, and I had almost 6 years with RGF. Built my team from myself as the first one, and then bring in 9 people in the first year, 18 people in the second year, and then 32 people in the third year, and then expand business to Hanoi with another 8-10 people in there, and then also managing another desk, which we call Japanese desk, because we also provide service to the Japanese client. So totally the business in Vietnam was around 60 plus people. And we cover all industries, we cover all functions and all levels, from like executive to C levels in all the clients' business. So building people, bring people in the business, train for them, coach for them, mentor, and then together with them going out to the markets, understanding the clients, learning about the market, learning about all industries and functions, and then do a kind of like matching. We said that we are the matchmaker instead of the love matchmaker, and we are employment matchmaker. We bring the employers and employees together, and how the employees stay long with the employers, and then work together and build the business. So we are the one who helps the organization to develop their business through people. Yeah. So with that objective, with that vision, with that mission, I think that is very interesting journey for myself and also for my team to grow a business from zero. By the time when I exit the business, it was $2 million US dollars revenue a year for Vietnam. And in our service business, it actually is a quite big number of the revenue.
Absolutely.
We are not financial service. We are
absolutely.
Yeah. So very proud. And at that time, we were top 2 companies in the market in terms of headhunting service. We only provide recruitment service. We don't have any other services. So the team brought in so many values and also add on a lot of values to our clients, and our clients love that because we support them a lot in bringing in good people, suitable people, and the one who can contribute to the growth of the business. So that is the first. Setup experience in executive search. Before that, actually, I was setting up an international kindergarten before start setting up that company. So I'm very much the setup person. And I like to do something new. And since it starts from the beginning, whatever I want to in that business, about people, about the cultures of the organization. When you do the business with all your heart and your mind and your passion, then you put everything in there. It doesn't matter if you are experienced or you are inexperienced. Just do it. And if you love to do something, you will know how to find the way to learn the skills. You will know how to learn the knowledge and the experience to be able to perform the job successfully. So everyone asks me like, do you have any tips or do you have any secrets for your success? I have 0 secrets. Everything I do is just about my passion. I love to do that job. I love to add value to people, and I love to bring a good life, a happiness to people. So I just do my job. And if I don't know, I learn. If I do it wrong, I make a lot of mistakes. I failed, I learn it again, and I do it again. Because in all success, I don't think that you never get failure. Yeah. So you need to get the failure to be able to stand up, to learn again, and to do again, and to be successful. Yeah. So that's actually is my.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think there was a lot of valuable points.
And for the setting up, that is one side. Yeah. Cleaning up is another point too. Yeah, I also can clean out the team as well.
Thank you. So viewers, look, there was a lot of call outs and a lot of great points in that one too. So what I'm seeing this one, if you wanted to become someone who wanted to being an international business to and set up a new business in Vietnam, so these are the things you need to be focused about according to Nga Vong. Number one, you have to love challenge. Number two, like the new brand. It's you really have to have some connection into. Number three is about build a team. You need to build a team. Number four, you have to be learning, continuous learning process you have to go through. Number five, build a networks by even putting money into it. Number six, you have to have a mindset of being in startup mode. Number seventh, which is about look for a bigger vision. Like an example, I just said, matchmaker. We are the true matchmaker. So that is like you have to look at the bigger picture rather than just thinking about we're here for just few cash. It's not. So number eight, start doing it, and then you'll find the way. If you're just waiting for the right time, is not going to happen according to Nga. And then number nine, no secret, no hacks. It's just putting it to work. I absolutely agree on that one too, Nga. And the last one she mentioned about this one, learn from the failure. It's very expensive listen already. So thank you, Nga, for sharing those bullet points, which is very valuable. So now there are a few things I want to go a deep dive on the bullets you just shared. One of the things really marked my bite is this one. You mentioned about that you basically invested all your earning for building the networks. So let's share us some tips and let's say 7 tips from you or 5 tips from you how to build a great network.
Now, back to 2006, I have no contact in Saigon because I got back to Vietnam from the Netherlands, and I am Hanoian. I have no one in Saigon. I only have one friend, very very close friend. She helps me a lot when I just come back to Vietnam and then move to Saigon. Now, then I joined Vietnam because being a headhunter, I learned to do my job from actually my consultants. I was the managers, but I know nothing about executive search. I learned it from my consultants. And also at that time, I already identified that to be able to match the clients and the candidates, I need to really understand both of them. Yeah. So by learning from the clients, what kind of industry they are working on, what kind of business they are having, what is the situation of the business, now I have to look for the candidates in the market. And going to all networks. Nowadays we have more activities. For instance, like you can go to all kind of charm, AmCham, Eurocham, Europe, BBGV, Canadian charm, Singaporean charm. There are many number of commerce in Vietnam, and they have every month events. So at that time back in 2006, every single week, I went to the event 2-3 times a week in the evening, after work, because the event is in the evening. So I just went to the network event with my business card. I think 1 month I spent around 1 box or even more, 200 almost 200 name cards, just to go to the network event, to meet with people, and then introduce myself to the market that I am working for now, because I'm an executive search consultant. I would like to make a connection with you in every single event that I have. And then after the event, I got all the name cards back home, and then I start putting them on the list. I have a long list like this, and then I put them in my categories, which industry, the name of the person I met, and then their position, and then their contact details and everything. That is going to the network event. Now, also I met with my candidates, the one who apply for the job. Every day I have around 5 to 6, 7 meetings a day, including the interview, including going to the network, including even the breakfast, lunch, also meetings. Yeah, so that I have done in, I think, almost 2 years. So from the person who knows no one in the market, after 2 years, I think if I go out and I don't say hello to people on the street, they will hit me because we know each other. And when I left now, because after 2 years, my mobile phone, I had around 1,000 contacts in there. That's the one that I had real contact and keep contact with them. And yeah, so from time to time, now it's been 2006, now 14 years, I'm back in Vietnam market. I have to say that there are so many generations of the clients and the candidates, and who I met 14 years ago, now they become managing director, CEO, head of the companies, and we still keep very good contact with each other. At least some expats, they already left, they will go home, they come back to their home countries, then we still have kind of like email contact. But for those who are still in Vietnam market, we still have very good contact. Yeah, and I've learned a lot from my candidates. I learned a lot from my clients. And in that way, I've learned so many skills and experience and knowledge as well, which helped me a lot to invest back into the business I'm working in, and also to help me to deal with my people and help my people to develop as well. Yeah.
Thank you. There's a lot of fun, great fun into it. Yeah. So viewers,
you can ask me, I can talk the whole night.
I'm sure that you will be able to do it. Thank you. But there's a lot of great points. So viewers, look, you're going to build a great network. So these are the things I really did in her life in the last 14 years, right? To build a great network, which she has right now. Number one, she learned from everyone first. Learn how to network, not just from reading books. She learned from even from junior as well too. Number two, build a relationship, utilize the events of chambers of commerce. Number three, make the use of the business card. Really make the best use of business card. Like an example of business card, make the best use of it. Number four is this about, she did her homework very well. She prepared during the event and after the events as well too. She just didn't just show up and that's it. And then she put her real time to really meet these people as well too. Lunchtime, breakfast time, and she really make the best use of it. And the next tips is this one. She was passionate. 2 years constantly we did it. And the last one was this one, she built a true friendship, a pure friendship. And that's why she said that if she don't say hello, they come and punch the face. So that means it's a true friendship already. So that is why you can build a great networks according to me. And I think those are fabulous points as well too. Thank you very much for sharing. I'm sure there's a lot of views.
And one point again,
please.
The name card. You think that you just take the name card and then you throw it in some corner. No, make it real. And from one just piece of paper, you make it a real life. Yeah. Because I also experienced with some of my staffs, some not very successful in a way. I have to describe. They go to the network and then they put in the name cards, but then just leave it there and not really touch and not really get in touch with people. So even in the past, when after my network event, I got home, I still remember the face of the person who handed the name cards to me. And then I note down. I just note around 2-3 words about that person, even on their name card, because that is mine already now. Yeah? So I just note on the name cards what kind of person or who he or she is. And then I remember when I just opened again that name card, I remember exactly that person. And one of the things, I think that is also, it's not ability, it's not nothing, but I think it's just about the person. Whoever I met, I will remember. even 10 years after, I still remember that person, whoever I met in person. Yeah. So I never forget those who I already met. I only just maybe I don't remember the name, but I know exactly that I already met that person. Then I will remember out like, where do I met this person, and so on and so on. Yeah. But yeah, you need to really turn a piece of paper become a relationship. That's the key.
That's
Go to network without activate your activity afterwards, then it doesn't work.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. So there's a lot of things you have been actually shared about it before, about building a business and bringing a new brand to Vietnam. So I just wanted to, the number one you mentioned about challenge. You was always up for challenge. So there's a lot of people are getting self-doubt and getting a lot of fear, a fear of failure when they're taking big challenges too. So how do you overcome those fear and fear of challenge and self-doubts?
Now, without challenge, it's not fun. If you're doing something so easy, now I don't know about the other people, yeah, but for me, if it's not challenging, it's boring. Yeah. So when you do something, you need to try a little bit more. You need to push yourself a little bit more. And if it's too difficult, then your brain's actually working more. Yeah? But if it's so easy, you don't need to think anymore, and then you just do it, then that is boring. That's not fun. So challenging, that is the thing. And the more challenging jobs, then the better that I can become. Because again, like from the beginning, I said, I have actually, you asked me about the fear. I have no fear. Why you have to be afraid of things? Now, you are not the God. You are not Superman or women. We are just the normal human being. Yeah? And no one is perfect. If you don't know this, you learn. And even now, I am 46 years old. I had a lot of experience. I also have some success in my career. But I have no, I am easily to say, I am sorry, this is my mistake. It is really my mistake. Or if I have done something not correct, I will admit immediately. I don't need to hide, because this is me. And if I don't know, I say I don't know. A lot of people will think that you're stupid, or people will think that why you don't know anything. Yeah, that's me. I don't know. Now I'm learning. If I know everything, that I'm already maybe the president. I'm not me anymore. Yeah. So again, this is the mindset. So I have no fear. If I don't know, I learn. If I want to do it, I do it. If I fail, I learn another way to achieve it. That's it. So the challenging is just something that you have to achieve. You have to try, and then you need to do all the effort. You put a lot of effort to achieve the objective. That's the challenge and then when you achieve it, that is an award, and you feel so happy that you already achieved it. And it's something easy, so you get it easy. First, like easy to eat a bowl of soup, but when you need to go 2 kilometers walking under the rain, first, like this evening, I got home, was in the traffic for 50 minutes, and then got home and then start cooking or something. Then you find that your dinner is actually more valuable. But if you just have something in front of you and then you can eat immediately, then it's just normal. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Ngam. I think that was been a valuable sharing as well too. So viewers, look, you want to deal the challenge. So these are the tips coming out from Miss Ngam. Number one, see it as an excitement or fun. Number two, this is the tips you can overcome your fear. Number two is about, you should be always willing to grow. You should see this is making you better. Number three is you should be always willing to learn as well too. Number four, you should be always willing to accept your mistakes as well too. It's so important to know when you're wrong. Number five is also about say when you don't know. Do not make a fake illusion about you. And the last one is about look at the result, and that is what the example of having dinner with long far away and then really testing. So you can having fun, right? Then you make it fun, more fun. The challenge, the fear is making it more fun to your result. Thank you. With this one, I want to move to a little more about your career journey as well too, Anga. So you've been an HR director. There's a lot of people in Hoan Group actually, which is one of the pretty big group in Vietnam. So
the biggest conglomerate in Vietnam.
Exactly. They're doing really good and pretty biggest group right now in Vietnam in terms of capital. So when you be in the Hoan Group and you become the HR director, there is a lot of other HR professionals who also wanted to be an HR director as well too. So what are the skills that do you really build inside of you to become an HR director?
Actually, let me just correct it. I am not the HR director. I was the executive recruitment directors of the group. And I am recruiting the C-suite levels, all executive or first like CEO, deputy CEO, or director. So from the director level and above. And being group, I'm sure that everyone in Vietnam, even now overseas, that know group. People working in group. Actually, we are very proud to be a part of biggest conglomerate in Vietnam, and then now bring our name to the world, and recruit people for all the executive level for Hoan Group, which actually is a very, very challenging job. A lot of people talking about there's a lot of rumors about this and about that, but I know what I'm doing. I was doing in there, and so we introduced to our clients about the group, and people know the product, about the job, about the environment, and to be able to have someone to really join the group, they have to be actually number one in what they are doing. Mr. Hoan Group will never take people who are not good. So first, this has to be the quality, the skills, the experience. And then number two is actually very important is about the cultural match, because to be able to work with the quality and the standard required by Mr. Hoan Group and his executives, and you need a certain level of competencies. Now, you already met that qualities, but how can you match with the organization in terms of people and in terms of the culture? That is our job, to explain to people and then to let them know the culture. If they are okay, and if they think that they can match with, or because they are all executives, they know what they can and what they cannot. So we make everything very transparent and clear from the beginning. And that is their choice, and that is their decision to make, to come and work with. So the challenging is Hoan Group is a local organization still, and a lot of executives in the market, I think 70-80% coming from MNCs, from international organizations. When they think about local, they say, I don't want to go with local. And I've heard so many reputations. Yeah. But for me, nothing good or bad. It's about the match. Again, you remember when I said we are the recruiter, we are the matchmaker. Yeah. So if they are bad, work for the Hoan Group have over 100,000 people in the organization. If they are really bad, I don't think that they have that 100,000 people, right? But also for some other company, they have 30 people, 40 people. They still have their employees working for. So for me, it's not about talking about good or bad. No one good, no one bad. We always have to look for people who suitable, who match with your organization, who match with your objective, who match with your vision, mission, personalities, so on and so on. So the matching is the key word. Now, yeah. So again, for us, the challenge is we're talking all about that, but we try to explain to them. We try to give them a clear picture. We are not doing hide and seek game, and we are not cheating people. This is the reality. This is the environment. If you are okay with that, if you are happy with what we are sharing, and you would like to try, then we will shake hands, and then we will come to work together. And of course, during the time working, they will explore more. And if they really match, then they can say and contribute to the group. And if maybe they are not matching somewhere, then we will try to help them to look for something else. And again, no one right or no one wrong. It's just a matter of the timing is a matter of matching.
Right. Thank you.
So
yeah.
What I would like to say here is a lot of young people at the moment, they say, I would like to come to work in a good environment, good boss, colleague, good pay, good environment, good location. You don't have that good. I was looking for that job for 30 years of my life. And you are the one who creates that good. No one brings the good to you. You have to create it. Yeah.
That's a good line, actually. Yes, that's a lot of.
You see what I mean? It's
Yep.
about the matching.
Yep, I think it's a good point. Yeah.
In a good environment, you have to contribute to that good.
Thank you again. I think that's a lot of valuable. I think that was the key message you shared about with the millennials about their early giving up thing. I think that's a lot of millennials are struggling with that, and I think that will be a valuable message for them too. So thank you. So with that, I want to move to the next questions about this one. So about there is a lot of companies having high turnover. So what will be your suggestion for those companies? And they wanted to reduce their high turnover. And what would be a suggestion for those companies to reduce their high turnover?
Now, the turnover is really depends on, actually, there's some certain areas that we can look at. There's a lot of surveys and also the reports in the market to share with you why people leave the company. Either, I think one of the reasons is about the leader. Second is about the career development opportunity. And then the third one is about the compensation package. Number 4, nowadays, they start looking at the environment-friendly business. So there are so many factors for people to consider to leave the company. And also, it also depends on the level as well. Now, when we talk about the below management level, they are very much looking at the compensation package. But for people who are already at the middle management level and above, then they start looking at the career development opportunity. They start looking at their leadership, leader. They also looking at the business in the context of the economy. So, for instance, like before, retail was really good. A lot of people want to go to work in the retail sector, but now they start moving to e-commerce, for instance, something like that, because that is the trend. So people also follow the trend. People follow how much I get. Even if I earn 5 million more, then I will leave. And there's a lot of people who they are talking about leaving the company because of the leader. I think that is also very critical thing. Yeah. So the company, when you want to reduce your turnover rate, you have to really look at the root cause of that. Why people are leaving your company, and I just list out some reasons. So it depends on what kind of reason that you are going to have for your research about your people leaving. Then you should have the policy, or you should have the strategy to kind of like make it balance and let people not suffering with things that they have to leave the company and then study. So basically, with the company where I work for or where I set up the business from the beginning, firstly, when you recruit people in, you really need to make everything clear to them about your company objective, mission, vision, and also the culture of people. So they really understand, and when they already agree to join you, then they will know that, okay, this is what they even something happen, they will say, okay, we will need to give a certain time to make it change or to improve. Yeah. So from the beginning, when you bring people in, you already have to make it very clear to avoid that they will leave you soon. That is one thing that you can do to avoid the turnover later. Or you have to look at your leader. The leader need to be fair, need to be a good example to your staff. First, like if you want your staff doing job, then you should also be good at that job. That is ideally. But it's not necessarily that you have to be good at that job, but at least you can stimulate your staff, or you can encourage them, or give them the opportunity to perform. Then they will feel that they got like appreciated from the leader. Then they feel happy. Whatever you make people happy, they will stay with you. Or maybe in the same industry, they pay $1 million, and if you pay a little bit more, they will be more happy. For instance, you would accept for your company have a little bit of lesser profit, but then more benefit for your employees. They will be happy, and then they stay with you, and then they will contribute even more. My understanding and also my experience is when you invest $1 in your employee for their happiness, you will earn 3 times more. Yeah. So the employers who wants to really keep your people, look at strategies, look at your business objective, look at your people strategy, and then you would have all the activity, the policy that can help you to keep the people. And trust me, if your company is good, no one wants to leave. Especially with the leader. If the leader who understands the staff, who is very supportive, who can give them coaching, mentoring, training, and give them the opportunity to grow, to be fair, I don't think that they will leave you.
Thank you for sharing, viewers. So that was a very, very good point. If some of you are planning to be an entrepreneur, so these are the key things you really need to focus about to building your own team, because without a team you have nothing moving forward. Only alone you can go that far. Thank you for sharing. So with that one, I will move to the last question from my side, but I just wanted to share this message. Viewers, we got some exciting questions already. Go ahead and keep commenting in the live stream session. After my list questions, we're going to start answering your questions. We have seen some great questions, so keep commenting, in the live stream, and we will love to pick up the great question and we'll answer as well too. So my last question from my side on this one is, what I wanted to ask is this one. What are the best 3 decisions you made when you was in 20s? Right now, when you look back, what are the best 3 decisions and what are the worst 3 decisions was in your life? Please share.
It's more than 20 years now, yeah? So let me, I have
sure.
to really think
Pick it up.
I think I graduated university when I was 21, and at that time I'm still in Hanoi, and my father he wanted me to work in. Don't tell people, yeah. Yeah.
You will not see this. Go on.
in the government, sector, in the public sector. I said no, Dad, I don't want. Then then I choose to work for an international organization and company. If it, I think it's just about my character. I have a very strong character, and I've seen my friends and my sisters, and my neighbors. They came to work in the local company. They came to work in the government and in the public sector. They just come to work at like 8 o'clock and then got home at 4:30 or 5, and then life is so boring. And I said, no, no. I want to do something more lively. So yeah, so he already put me in one company, and then I say, I'm sorry, but I look for something else. After 6 months, I said, Dad, I moved to another company. And he was a little bit mad because in Hanoi, we need to have some kind of like relationship and connection to be able to get a job.
Yeah, he put a lot of effort on that for sure.
Yeah, and then after 6 months, I said, I'm so sorry, but I have my own choice. And then I moved to work for a Japanese company in construction business. Just a role as the office assistant. At that time, I was 21. I'm happy because I can learn a lot. Even I just share with you this story. My boss at that time was a Singaporean, and he graduated from Harvard University, and he looked down us like hell. And whatever, we just made a little mistake, and he started like shouting, and then he said, where did you learn and what university you went? I say, I'm sorry, I just studied in a local university. I know that you study in Harvard. So, but then by having that really, really tough boss, we have to do our best to complete the job. And at that time, I disliked him. I hated him. But now, I think actually it's just like after 5 years, then I have to say thank to that boss, because he's so tough, he's so rude, he's so terrible, and I become the person today. And I can perform work for 3 people. So after that company, I came to work in another company, and I took the job of 3 people. And I'm fine. Yeah. So a lot of young people, when they just start working in one organization, when they have a little bit tough boss or someone in the company just try to make fun of them, they just feel, oh, that's awful. I don't want to work in this company because they're not nice, they are not caring, and they are not helpful, they are not supportive. But trust me, for young generation, for young people, especially for the fresh, the more people working with you, they are tough to you, you will learn more. It's better for you to learn in the first 2-3 years, very tough, and you will have kind of a base, and then you can